How was training camp with De Los Santos?
We had an awesome training camp, man. We had up and downs here and there, but you know what I'm saying? We got it together. We got it right, you know. I
Hmm.
love the training camp. Really proud of the kid, man. He worked his ass off. He did his thing, man.
What about the training the actual media workout? What you
The
thought
video
about it?
workout was cool. It was nothing, no biggie, you know. Basic stuff, you know.
Looked a little busy in there, right?
Yeah, we threw a couple of punches in there. How about, you know, they asked questions, did the little bullshit, you know,
In and
interviews and
out
all
of
that.
there.
Yeah, in and out. Nothing crazy. Yeah.
So the weight is good. You guys are right on schedule.
Yo, we right on schedule, pal. We right where we want to be, man.
What you think about the fight?
Right? Well, it was a tough fight for both guys, you know. Not only us, it's gonna be a tough fight for Keyshawn also. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Uh, two top tier guys going at it, but you know, you gotta give big up to Keyshawn for stepping up and making this shit happen. You know, and his team. You know, big up to them. Take my hat out to them. They gave us the opportunity, and we're here. And we're gonna take advantage of that. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a tough fight, man. People just tune in and watch, man, because you know, boxing is boxing. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Let's see, you know, how when those two styles meet, see what, you know, evolves from that, you know?
Hmm.
So just tune in. Um, we got plans, you know, we got a game plan, which I'm not gonna reveal. We're gonna try to explore, you know, all options we have, you know, and make the best man win, bro. What can I say, you know?
You know, uh, there was complications with the Shakur Stevenson fight. He was moving around a lot in the ring. In this fight particularly, where do you feel like the complications are? If there are any complications,
I
the
don't
complications that you could possibly see.
I don't see no complications, man, because Keyshawn and Shakur are two different fighters, man.
That's why
Totally
I
different
asked.
fighters, you know?
Right.
So therefore, there's gonna be a little more engagement. Uh these guys once they get heated, you know how it is. Some of the game plans go out the window. You know what I'm saying? They start freestyling it there. You know they want to go tit for tat. And the guy with the high IQ Saturday man gonna have a little edge. So we're trying to stay relaxed, stay poised, be accurate, be consistent, be first, be third, and punch in between. So let's see, you know. Uh,
I like it.
yeah, let's see. You know, we'll see Saturday, man.
He says he's gonna knock Edwin out. Obviously, we hear Keyshawn leading up to other fights. Doesn't say those things when it comes down to Pedraza, Lemos, but particularly Edwin de los Santos. He says he's going to knock him out. Tell me, do you feel like that's just the promotion for the fight? Do you feel like that's his competitive edge? Or do you think he's just talking?
It has to do with everything you mentioned, man. Everything, a little bit of everything you mentioned. You know, I guess he wants to do better than Shakur did against us. So you got to say I'm gonna knock him out because Shakur didn't do nothing but you know stay away. So he's trying to tell the people that he's gonna gamble a little more. He's not a Shakur. He's gonna gamble a little more, and he's gonna stop Edwin.
Why do everybody say that? Why does everybody say that, you know, Keyshawn's trying to prove a point that Shakur couldn't do? Like, was
Why?
that something? Yeah, like, is that something that you see that as soon as you seen that this fight was on the table, that's what came through your mind like a light bulb? Or is that something that over time you kind of like figured it out like that?
Nah, I'm gonna put it like this, Mel. Everybody knows that Edwin is a dangerous fighter. You know,
Hmm.
uh, everybody knows Edwin got you know he got the goods. He's quick. He's agile. He can pop. He's a well-rounded boxer, and nobody, to tell you the truth, nobody. Look, we've been inactive for 2 years almost. There's nobody calling, knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody knocking on our door. Yo, guys, yo. There's none of that. So, being that we were inactive, and being that we fought Shakur, and Keyshawn stepped up to the plate and said, "Yo, fuck that. You know what? I want Los Santos." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Figure he got the little edge. We've been inactive, and he feel like he's the man right now. So he got to prove it to us. He got to bring it. You
Yeah,
know, it's-
and the obviously in the comments, thank you, Chop Chop. Chop Shop. He said, I guess even leading up to it, he said to Edwin, "I'm no Shakur Stevenson." Was that comment? Is that the comment that kind of brought you to the fact of him saying, "All right, he's choosing Edwin to prove a point."
that's yes. A lot of people, not only me, but everybody sees it like that. Like Luke. Like really, you could have chose somebody else. You know, could have went an easier route. A
Hmm.
softer touch, your first defense in your house, home. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He went that route. He felt like he had a little advantage, and at the same time, he wanted to prove a point.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um, Tell me, what do you think is the best attribute that Keyshawn Davis has?
he's a well-rounded fighter, man. He got a great team behind him, a lot of knowledge over there in that corner. Uh, I bet you they got a excellent game plan, which we'll see. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna try to execute, but we got a counter attack to everything he brings. So it's gonna be a something to watch. You're gonna see two great fighters in the ring that night, and the best man's gonna freaking come on top. And I think that's Edwin de los Santos.
What are the chances of this fight going 12 rounds?
I don't see it going 12 rounds, but if it does, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Mucha sangre.
Yeah, a lot of blood.
Mm,
Mucha sangre.
wow.
Yeah.
So it's this this gotta be one of the biggest fights so far, man. Don't you think? I mean, I I haven't been looking forward to a fight until I seen this one up. What you think
Oh,
about what you think about Frank Martin saying that I don't think that Keyshawn's gonna beat
wow. Big up to Frank. Big up to Frank. Everybody got their opinion.
right.
Looking at what you done as a professional and the type of opposition and how you looked against what I'm saying, certain styles, and hey, you make your judgment out of that. So he looked at it like, what? You know what? People think that Edwin's a better fighter than him. A lot of people think that Keyshawn's way better than Edwin. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their opinion. Like you wouldn't know till you get in today in that ring, and they start testing each other, testing the waters. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got to tune in, man, and watch, because they're gonna see a lot of things that what I'm saying, especially the up and coming fighters that they could pick up from these two guys that they got nothing but good things in their arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Good boxing skills. Keyshawn got his little pop. He got good reach. He controlled good distance. He's shown that he could walk the ring. He got somewhat half fast defense. You know what I'm saying? There's room for improvement there. So does Edwin. There's a lot of room for improvement with Edwin, but as the time goes, these guys are young, 25 years old, man. It's a learning process. Every day you're learning something different. You're doing something, to improve your arsenal, to improve your defense, improve your offense. So yeah, man, it's a good matchup, man. It's a good matchup at this stage of their career, more or less the same age. You know, Keyshawn could lose, but look good. He still could become a world champion again. You know, we could take a loss and look good. And I know, you know what I'm saying? we're still in contendency. You know what I'm saying? Because, but like I said again, bro, we gotta tune in, bro. Saturday. I can't call it, but I know where my money's going.
Tell me, whose idea was it to bring Albright for as sparring partner?
Oh man, I know, I know people in the boxing game, couple of managers and
Oh,
people
so
said,
it was your idea.
yeah, made a call, know the manager, and I said, you know what, good style. He needs lefty work. We need somebody, to put pressure, lanky and game like Albright. And yeah, man, excellent work, man. I think it was great work.
Yeah. Um, is there something that you seen in that fight with Albright that you said I need to get him in there for sparring for Edwin?
In a way, yeah, I seen he explored a couple of things, which I'm not gonna mention. But also we looked at it as great work, you know what I'm saying? As good work. So it was more of us getting good work than what you know what I'm saying? Because you could just, you know, look at a couple of fights and you see flaws, you know what I'm saying? That you could explore, you could work on as a game plan, and and bring it to the table, the day of the fight. But more than that, it was like, oh, Bryce, a great little fighter, man. Too, he's pressure fighter, good rangy guy,
Been in there with some guys.
been in there, experience exactly. So
And been in there with Jermaine Ortiz as well.
yes, yes.
Yeah, no, that's good. And he'll be fighting Calvin Davis on that card. Now, what's your thoughts on that matchup per se?
Oh man, I think it's a little too early to. I don't know. I think this there's levels. Sometimes the best trainer in the game is experience. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we got to see, man. Some guys, you know what I'm saying, they get put to the test and they pass with flying colors. So let's see Saturday if you know what I'm saying. That's one of the cases here.
Did you push Edwin to the point of, you know, that threshold that that you need that knockout going to Norfolk? Like, or do you feel like you can get the fair shake and get to the decision?
Nah, I'm gonna let Edwin box and do the talking. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just told Edwin to stay short. Short to the target. Don't try to open up too much. Keyshawn likes to, counter. He could do it all. He counters. He initiates. He could fight at a distance. So it's gonna be like a chess match, man. It's gonna be back and forth. It's like, we can't put too much out there right now, but you'll see Saturday, Mel. Tune in, baby. It's free. ESPN.
It's going down. No, it's
If you got the eye for the game like you do, which I know you do, you got the eye for the game, you're gonna see certain moves and you're gonna see certain things in there that you like not everybody can like detect, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you're gonna be seeing things that like, okay, well, all right, boom. So and you're gonna see progressively as the rounds go by, we're gonna try things, we're gonna set hooks, set traps and do certain things that, see if he bites. If he don't, we're gonna counter. If he counter, we're gonna counter. He hooks, we're gonna hook with the hooker, like they said.
You're gonna hook with the
Yeah.
hooker.
Hook with the hooker and do what we do best, man. Go in there, have fun, and be nice and relaxed, bro. Put them together. That's it.
Mm.
Together in numbers, I think we owe the fan, for the Shakur fight. They didn't see an active Edwin, which you know what I'm saying, which is the past. But sorry to bring it back, but But I told him, yeah, listen, you know what I'm
You
saying?
have to remind them, you know
You
what
gotta,
I'm
yeah, you
saying?
gotta remind him, yeah, of course, you gotta be a little more active and say, no, we know. And being that Keyshawn is a different style fighter than Shakur, I think Keyshawn's gonna gamble a lot more. He's gonna gamble a lot more. Keyshawn gonna have to, Keyshawn like coming forward. So he's gonna come forward. he feels like Edwin is a smaller guy than he is.
Right.
He feels like Edwin's little, like he's gonna, and he thinking, I don't know. He keep repeating that he's gonna knock Edwin down. So
You think?
it's engraved in his head that he's gonna come for a knockout.
Yeah.
He's gonna come look
Could
for a
be.
knockout. So
Right.
yeah, so
Right.
we're
I mean,
prepared. We're prepared for all that.
that's kind of like how Joseph Adorno wanted to do, right? He wanted to knock
Mhm.
Edwin out. Edwin boxed him.
Yeah, I don't know what look at. I don't know what's looking to land that
Big
like that
shots.
good hook. Yeah, big shots. But he found a different Edwin that night. He found a different Edwin that when he fought Rayo. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And,
So
and that's what it is. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, is he thinking the matchup of the size of Ryu with his size? Ryu probably had a little bit longer hands than Edwin. They're like, you know what? We can exploit Edwin because at that moment Ryu did, but Edwin showed heart and determination that you can't teach.
right.
Wepa.
Right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's different, different style, bro. I see these guys. I don't know how he's gonna come. He's probably gonna put pressure. He's gonna probably take them into deep waters and start. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I know a lot of the things that he do that we already aware of, and I know he's gonna try to weigh Edwin down and try to hold. You know what I'm saying? He got a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
think
we're
he's
gonna
gonna
try to
clinch
put.
Edwin? You think
Yeah, he's
Keyshawn's
gonna.
gonna
Yeah, of
clinch
course. Yeah, 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 yeah.
like he did
Once
outright?
listen, man. Everybody, yeah, everybody. I don't know. I would put it out there like this, but
Got it.
Edwin hit motherfuckers with 18 ounces and they folding. You know what
They
I'm
go
saying?
sleepy.
So Edwin. There's a lot of it's a lot of power behind those punches, man. And it's all natural. So you feel a punch, you're gonna react different, man. Game plan goes up the fuck out the window, bro. You know what I'm saying? You start doing some dumb, stupid shit in there, and that's when the unexpected is gonna happen.
The unexpected.
Yeah.
The unexpected. This would be huge for Edwin.
Oh, this is big, man.
Huge
This
for
is
Edwin.
this is big, big. This is big for Edwin. Big, big fight.
If he don't let his hands go, Cello, he's gonna regret this so much.
Oh nah, he knows his hands. He's moving. He's moving them, man.
No matter what.
He's moving his hands wrong. He knows. He knows what it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, he knows what it is.